building gets consolidated. So if you guys look beyond the pier, you'll see a house with an orange roof way, way, way down there. See that? There's a group of homes way down past the pier. And then there's not one single home or private residence or development until we get over here to the right. And that's because of Perry Snell and his wife. They moved down from Kentucky in the 1880s. He was a pharmacist, moved his pharmacy down here and became a developer. He bought the entire waterfront of St. Petersburg. Over here on the right where those homes are, that's man-made land. So there was some swamps and about a foot deep in the water with mangroves and kind of a jungle-ish atmosphere. There were alligators, crocodiles, anacondas, bald eagles, cranes, all kinds of stuff. But what Perry and his wife did is they got 10 dredging machines and they dredged sand up right here from the bay and piled it up over there to build an island. Put a beautiful, beautiful golf course on it. And he'd sell fingers and large parcels of land. But from right in front of us, all the way to those homes down there, they donated all that back to the city under two conditions. It had to be public access parks with zero private development. And we have 7.5 miles of waterfront parks here in St. Petersburg. And even during COVID, you see right now we got that huge reggae fest. There's cars parked all the way down here, but you can see there's spots open. So we thank him for that. He did say over 100 years ago, St. Petersburg in the future, if you guys don't ruin it, will be known for its city park. Now this neighborhood on the left, I grew up about 10 blocks up that street. It's called Old Northeast. I don't know why they have to call it historic Old Northeast if it's already Old Northeast. But when we pass this next road, you're going to see it looks like grass and weeds are growing through the street. That's because it's all hand-laid Augusta red bricks. And the entire neighborhood, about 70% of it, are still red brick streets. Definitely slows traffic down. You can see right here that white pickup truck pass. If you look up there, beautiful, beautiful roadways. A lot of character in that neighborhood. And we only have 2 fee-restricted gated communities in St. Petersburg, so you pretty much do whatever you want with your house, as long as it's up to code. Now this gray house over here on the right, that's the house that Perry Snell and his wife built for themselves in the early 1900s. It's on the Historic Registry of Homes. Beautiful house, 3 stories. They got an Olympic-sized swimming pool. I think the only changes made were those light pyramid lights on top of that one peak. But that 3rd story is where Perry and his wife would hang their art and have people over and hang out. But he died in 1938. Perry died in 1938. She sold that house to an artist, and his studio was at 3rd floor. And up there, he invented the comic Beetle Baylor. Not a bad piece of property, huh? What we're coming into is Coffee Pot Harbor, because it's shaped like a coffee pot. If you look at the top, apparently. But the reason we're coming back here is this island, it's Bird Island. It was privately owned for a number of years by a family. They put it up for sale, and word got out that someone wanted to buy it to put a house on it. An old St. Blue Blood heard that and said, no, 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 no. So he outbid the guy and bought it. It's called the Seabird Sanctuary the next day and said, hey, I got an island preserve for you guys. Over 4,000 birds will roost here every night, even during the warmer months. And over 1,500 birds hatch on this island every spring. These large birds are pelicans. They're our city symbol. I'm sure you've seen them all around town. They got big long beaks, big long necks, and their wingspan average is 8 to 10 feet, which is the largest wingspan average of any bird. We got about 150 birds that live here year-round, about another 300 that come here for the winter and spring. During the spring, there's nests everywhere. And usually the great white egrets, they will have birds. But the ones with the lighter colored bellies, like that one that's eye level with us, that was indicative of the ones that hatch this spring. So right now you'll predominantly see the pelican. And there's a great white egret. Now, there's one great white egret that you can see now, but I counted about 65 to 70 great white egret nests that were right along this berm. These are mangroves. There's 3 kinds of mangroves they have in Florida. It's one of the like 2 exclusive Dali museums in the entire world. The dolphins will shed their skin about every 2 hours. That's how they stay so split. And that's why they swim alongside the boat sometimes, and they'll jump and they'll land on different parts of their body they're trying to get exfoliated. That's why they do that. It's how they shed their skin. Yep, little cat for the moment. Hanging out. I'm trying not to squeak that thing too much because they can go home and all you hear is squeaking. Now, did you notice that was a female and her belly was pink? Yes. She's ready for date night. That's an example of them jumping and landing on that part of his skin and they need help. Flip it off. Wow. Now, a lot of boats, they wouldn't do this around. They just sounded the engines are unique, the sound of the holes unique. So we're fortunate. And they feel like we're in their environment with them. Man, that was awesome. How high up do you guys think dolphins can jump? 16 feet.
Wow.
Yep. Basically like twice their body length. Wow. It never gets old. It never gets old. I always try to make it a grand finale. Into the tour, end with a dolphin jumping twice out of it, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just, I'll be the dolphin whisperer.